Today, I want to talk about the three things that'll allow you to start getting more women. These are the three things that changed my game. It changed everything for me. I was able to increase my body count times three when I cared about that. I was able to start getting the girls I wanted. I'm in a relationship right now based off of these three things. And I wanted to make it very easy, and they're all gonna start with a P because why? We capital P. We try and be player, right? So those three things are poise, purpose, and pleasing. All right. I ain't going to do no cuts. I'm trying to keep it raw. I just want to give y'all the most value I can today. So the first thing I got on my list is poise. Now, what is poise? Poise is being under control. Like when I think of poise, I think of smooth, calm, and collected. And I heard an analogy, and I think this would be very, very important in you realizing the importance of poise, being poised. So let's say we're in the middle of war, right? And we have a national broadcasted something going on TV, the news, and it's the military leader, whatever the title is. He come on stage and he starts talking about like we're in war, we lack guns, we're not prepared, or we don't have this is uncertain, and they just starts telling you everything that's going on in the war, and he is showing his emotions through his words. He's showing his emotions as he talks. So now what is that going to do? That's going to make people alarmed, like, oh my gosh, like we're in war, and we're going to get very emotional. And if you don't know that, we make bad decisions when we make emotional decisions, right? But on the other hand, which you will always see, especially like school shootings or mass shootings or tragedies, there's always going to be somebody who is speaking on television, and it's always something about them saying, "We had this under investigation, under control. This is under being investigated. We have boom, 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 boom." So even though things may not be as clear and as happy and solved, the way that they are presenting it, they're providing like a calming sense of everything is going to be okay, even though this killer is on the loose, even though we lost all these lives. Yes, it's unfortunate. However, the safety of you is no longer in danger, and they just make everything a little bit better just because they're able to deal with something that is high pressure and keep it under control. So that's poised to me. How can being poised help you with your game? So being poised is going to be your ability to handle something that is tough. And for you, that may be approaching a girl or having a conversation with a girl. But it's all about just being and staying under control. I noticed when I didn't know what to say to girls, or when I would overthink what to say to girls, I wouldn't take action. But when I decided to take action, after a while, I realized a certain tone, a certain cadence that I spoke with, it was poised. Like it didn't matter what I said when I approached that girl. It was the fact that it was under control. I was poised. And once that was the case, I could have a nice conversation, holding my eye contact, having a nice calming tone, something that's relaxed. It's just like everything is okay. Like I enjoyed talking to him. He didn't even say nothing crazy, but it felt like he was flirting with me. Like when you have that poise, when everything is under control, you just come off as smooth, cool, calm, and collected. And I'm I don't know what every girl's type is. You can't get every girl, but for me, it works. Like it literally works. I'm just calm, collected. So poise is the number one P that you're going to remember today. The second thing is purpose. The second P is purpose. I remember a few years ago watching Taekwondo and watching True Cam. I think yeah, Cam. I think it's True Cam. And they would always talk about, especially Cam, locking in on your goals, priorities, and Taekwondo would say women shouldn't even be on your top three to top five priorities. And I always was curious to like how did this actually help me with girls? What they were really doing is really just shifting your mindset so that you don't come off as thirsty. And it's very helpful because when you do focus on purpose, it's weird, but you do start to get more girls. Let me break it down to you. So for me, mine was content. I used to sell shoes, and then after I started selling shoes, stopped selling shoes, I was making monkey app videos. And before I started making these type of videos, and I was on TikTok, I didn't have no followers. Like my first following was my Von Swiggo monkey app video. and I was all in. Everything that I was doing, my schedule was dedicated to work, me paying work, DoorDash, or recording and editing. And what that did was it created good habits for me. I created I fell in love with the process. Like I had a purpose. Like I had to take care of myself. Like I had to do something with my life. I had goals. I had something that I wanted to achieve, and my purpose and what I wanted to do was going to allow me to get to where I was trying to go. And if that's the case, I'm focused. I'm all in on this. And when I became all in on this, it kind of took my focus away from girls all the time and trying to get these girls or caring about if I get these girls or not. And what that did was when I did go DoorDash and I did talk to a cashier or a hostess or somebody I saw and I got their number, when they started to talk to me, one, it gave me another confidence. Like I knew I had something outside of this interaction. So if I got rejected, not that I was thinking about it, but a lot of y'all do. If I got rejected, I had something to fall back on. Like regardless, this video got to get made. This video got to be edited. Regardless, I gotta learn how to get wealthy. I gotta learn this investing. I gotta learn the stocks. I gotta learn crypto. Like I had to learn. I'm focused on getting my life together so much, which is my purpose. I don't really care too much about what happens here. And when you can like detach yourself from the result of talking to a girl and lose that expectation, it's like it's more magnetic. It's like when you are so pressed to get a girl, what you're doing is you're suffocating her and she cannot breathe. And in order for her to survive, she has to push you away. That's the only analogy that I can really think of is when we love bomb, when we good morning beautiful all the time, or when we just constantly trying to call her or constantly checking up on her and hitting her with what you doing all the time, boom, not giving her space to live her life and not focus on our lives. We're suffocating her and she cannot breathe. And the only way that she'll be able to breathe is if she can get away from you. So always remember that. But your purpose will allow you to avoid this. And then once I started having my purpose, I would get these girls. I would talk to them. I wouldn't talk to them all day long. I didn't want to. I don't like making rules when it comes to the dating shit. I like to do what makes me happy because I didn't follow other people's advice on YouTube and implemented it in my life. Some of it worked. Some of it didn't work. But what I learned in the process was it all comes down to what I like and what my preference is. But at one point, my whole point was saying that at one point I was talking to girls on the phone and I wouldn't talk to a girl before 6 p.m. And it wasn't something that I said I'm not going to talk to a girl before 6 p.m. It was just more so like I noticed like, damn, I only call girls after I do this, and this. And it was just because that was my only free time. I wanted to stay focused. I keep my phone on D&D. I want to stay on my purpose. I want to listen to my podcast when I'm door dashing. I want to make sure I educate myself when I'm door dashing. If I want to listen to a little music, I want to do what I want to do first. And then before I come home and stream or record and edit, I give you 20, 30 hour and a half, 2 hours out of my day to talk to you. But what that did is I let you live your life while I was focused on my purpose and my priorities. And once you hear what I was doing all day, and this shit happened to me multiple times, they started to think, oh, you're so motivating, or you have this ambitious drive, like you motivate me to do this, you inspire me. That's never my goal. I mean, my goal is always to inspire the people that's around me, but I'm not doing this for you, love. I'm doing this shit for me. And me having so much love for my purpose and love for myself and make her want to love me. She loved being around me. Why? Because of how I think, how I view my life, and how I view my world. And this all started with me just locking in on my purpose. How do you find your purpose? I believe that your purpose is whatever you want to do. God put that vision in your mind, not mine. You want to be a soccer player? I never had aspirations of being a soccer player, like ever in my life. Never even wanted to get on a soccer field. However, I like making content, right? I want to be an entrepreneur. Some people don't want it. My mom, she don't want to do this business shit. She don't want to do none of it. She know how to do taxes, but she don't want to do taxes for nobody. She don't like handling business. That's me. She want to do some other shit. She want to do home decor and interior decorating. I can give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Give me black and white, bro. I don't want to get off point. My whole point is that we all have different visions that God put in our life, and it is our job to act on them and meet him halfway. We can't control our outcomes or what we're doing, but we can put in the work and take what he gives us and know that everything is going to be good because we made it to this point. I ain't mean to preach, but that's how you're going to find your purpose. You already know your purpose. You don't got to overthink your purpose. If you like the game, figure out how you make money on the game, how you can go pro in the game. If you like the hoop, see if you could try to go to the league. If you can't go to the league, you got overseas. If you can't go overseas, well, look, it's niggas like Devontae Friga and people on the basketball league doing 1v1s on the next chapter or whatever. So there's always a way. It's just that, do you have that vision? Are you acting on that vision? That's your purpose. You need to dedicate your life to figuring out, how can I make this work to improve my life, to better my life, and what do I need to do today? When you can start focusing on that, then you'll stop focusing on women. And when you stop focusing on women, women start focusing on you. It's just as simple as that. And the thing is, when you have that purpose, it's kind of hard to lose it, because even when you do start to slack, I ain't saying you're gonna be perfect, but you're going to be able to get these girls, and we're going to dibble and dabble into things that we haven't had before. So once you start implementing these things, you're going to start getting the women that you like. And once you start getting the women that you like, you may fall off a little bit, but that's the thing. You done already got a taste of it. It's like a kid on a stove, bro. Once you put your hand and burn your hand on a stove, you know not to touch it again, because you experiencing is something that you can never forget. Me experiencing my purpose, and me grinding, and me and being successful and seeing progress, and then I come dabbling with these girls, and then I see that, oh, my money's a little low, oh, my views have been dropping, or I didn't gain weight, or my shit just ain't the same. I need to get back in that mode. And like, it's automatic. So it's just, you'll see it over time. You do have to dabble in certain things in order to move forward. But once you experience your purpose and experience the progress that can make, and the potential that you have with this, bro, you good. You good. So that was second P. Didn't want to preach too much, but I ended up doing it anyway. And the third P is pleasing. I want to get to this, all right? So the mistake that I made, and I believe a lot of us make as well together, or I don't make it anymore, I still do to this day, I ain't perfect, is pleasing. But there's nothing wrong with pleasing. The mistake we were making is, or we are, or you're currently, and I was I was trying to please others in a way that pleased myself. And let me break it down. Instead of pleasing them how they wanted to be pleased, I tried to please them how I like to be pleased. But here's the thing. Your favorite dessert may be chocolate or oatmeal raisin cookie. But nigga, I like chocolate chip cookies. I like sugar cookies. And you don't like sugar cookies. However, it don't matter if I gave you a sugar. Well, it do matter. If I gave you a sugar cookie or not, it's not gonna hit the same. Like, obviously, it was my gesture. Like, I gave you something that I genuinely love and I truly enjoy, but you don't feel the same about it. And that's how it is with dealing with girls and pleasing people. It's and love languages, right? If I'm trying to give her all this quality time, and she is more of a gift receiving, she like to receive gifts. I mean, this is just an example. Or let's say her love language is quality time and mine is physical touch. Me touching up on her all day is not making her feel like she really loved, opposed to me checking in through her without the day. Hey, or words of affirmation, me reassuring her throughout the day. Hey, was thinking about you. You good? Did you eat? Boom. All right, I'm gonna call you later. Or hey, I was busy all day, but I definitely wanted to, get an hour or two just to talk to you, dedicate just all my undivided attention to you while I got the time. Like some. First of all, I just cooked with that. By the way, if you, that's another video for another time. You know how to use your words, chat. Anyway, pleasing. You have to learn how to please properly, because once I learned how to please properly, think about it this way, right? Let's say you have two offers, two job offers for a job that you genuinely love, right? One job offers you 100K, one job offers you 100 million. You're going to go to the job that offers you 100 million, right? Me providing a girl with what she yearns for and what she desires, I'm giving her that 100 million. Why would she not want to be there? Now, I'm not saying it's mandatory for her to stay. Like, girls are gonna like what they like, but that's why it's so important to actually listen and figure out the things that she values, because her values may not be your values. Even that love language shit may not be the most important to her. Maybe communicating is. And if you can master that communication part, she'll appreciate that a little bit more. It's me and my girl. I feel like I can talk to my girl about anything. About anything. My girl do shit I don't like. It is what it is. Want to know why? Because the things that she do like, they weigh so much to me. I can talk to my girl, complain about my girl, complain to my girl, bitch around about certain shit. I mean, I'm not gonna purposely do it, but I can openly talk to my girl and not feel like I'm doing a lot. She not gonna call me sassy for it. Like, I appreciate that. And that weighs a lot to me. And I'm saying that to say, for girls it could be different certain things, and it's on you to figure out what is that main core value, that thing where if I please that thing, she's gonna want to stay around. I just make her feel good, right? The easiest way to get there is simply by conversation. Even the ability to get to the ability to have a girl vent to you and rant and just chat on the phone. The first few phone calls, that alone is going to allow you to separate yourself, and that alone is fulfilling some type of pleasing in a way. You're going to be able to make her feel listened, heard, and understood, and that's one above all. But then after that, you got to figure out the love language or her favorite snacks, and just pleasing her, just learning how to please her, not in your way, but in her way, right? And the last thing I'm going to say is, you shouldn't do this for the girl. You should do this for yourself, right? So I'm not going to get my girl flowers because she said, can I have flowers? I mean, maybe I will, but every time she asks me for flowers, I'm not going to get her flowers. It takes away its value. However, if I want to surprise my girl and make her happy and put a smile on her face because I know she likes flowers, I'm going to do that. Yes, it's for her, but I'm not doing it to make her. I'm doing it to make her happy because it's going to make me happy, right? My brother Windy, Younger Display, he said this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing something to make her happy that makes me unhappy. But I will do something to make her happy if it makes me happy. Right? So that's the rule. That's all it is. I don't like rules and dating and shit, but that's something that you got to do to protect your feelings and protect yourself from dealing with people that's going to take advantage of you. All right. So those are the 3 P's: poise, purpose, and pleasing. These 3 P's are going to elevate your game, and they're going to allow you to attract more women. When these women start getting around you, they see that you're not a thirsty dude. They see that you handle everything under control, that you talk to them like, you know what I'm saying, like they just another girl, like they're not the baddest person in the world. Like, you talk to them like they're regular, but you make them feel good because you know how to please them. But you know what I'm saying, you're not suffocating them with the wrong love language, and you're not suffocating them with your time and attention, because you got your purpose that you focused on, and you love that, and you love yourself, and you take care of yourself, and however you doing yourself, she gonna do you. You're the leader. You're a role model for her. Always remember that. All right, I got exclusive game in the Patreon. Make sure you check that out. If you want to get better with your words, check out the Magnetic Mouthpiece. And if you want to get better with your confidence, check out Conquering Confidence. If you want to get better at everything, that's what the Patreon is for. I appreciate y'all boys. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe and drop any questions that you have. I'll catch y'all boys in the next video.